Welcome to Digging with Deej. I am out at a new permission looking for a dump on a huge horse farm. So as you can see, I've got woods. It's really hot out, but it's nice and cool in the woods. So I will get back to you as soon as I find it. So far I found, I think, what is an old stove or something. Heating something, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. But I really don't see anything really on the ground around it. But I might be getting close. Well, I went another 400 feet down. Still nothing. This is open in here in the shade. Not too buggy. I've got cutters on right now. But no sign of a dump yet. Sitting down and resting for a bit. I've been searching for about 45 minutes. Haven't found it yet. But I did find a beautiful wild wood rose. There's one there. And there's more over there. But I'm just sitting on this log, taking a break. Following the deer paths because they know how to get through the woods. But no dump yet. So I'll tell you a little history on these wild wood roses. Back in the 1800s, the soaps they had back then did not smell nice, and they had lye, and they were really hard on the skin. So, for fragrance, if they didn't want to have to pay for perfumes, which were expensive and a luxury, they would take wild wood rose petals in a bowl with a mortar and a pestle and grind them up into a paste. Put a little bit of water or oil in it, and they would use that as perfume. Got a nice breeze sitting here. See my backpack over there at the base of that tree? That is a massive, massive oak tree. It's even bigger around on the other side. I mean, it is a tall one. Let me stand up here. Goes way up there. But if you notice, my backpack is sitting on top of stone. Now, in Michigan, when I see stone piled up along the borders, like this is bordering a pasture. When I see that, that tells me immediately that the settlers that settled on this land originally may have been from the New England area. Our stones are not the kind that are good for stacking. You know, we've got rounded stones. We don't have stacking stones. So you don't see stacked stone walls in Michigan. I mean, I suppose there could be some, but I've never seen them. You see piles of stone bordering property lines or pastures. And you see that here. There's more over there. It goes all the way down. There's rock all the way down. So I'll have to do some research and see who the original owners were. Natural pond. Those trees up there. There's a woodpecker up there. Beautiful. Still no sign of a dump. I'm still looking. Massive tires on an axle, but nothing else around it. That's a bird I've never heard before. Huh. Massive freezer. And other metal. Concrete block, still modern. Still not seeing any glass. This is just randomness. The dump I was told about that's back here is massive. Well, I'm not seeing it. I'm just seeing big items scattered here and there, and that's it. When you're out trekking, you watch out for these. That's a massive anthill. This is something else you have to watch out for. That's what you call widowmakers. You do not want to walk under them. You always need to be looking up to make sure nothing is leaning over your path, because those trees could come down without any warning. Well, I'm getting close to marshland. So that's a good sign, because that is wasteland, what farmers consider wasteland. So I would think it would be somewhere this direction, between the swamp and the hill. And when I'm bushwhacking through this stuff, I got my long-handled rake. That way, it will warn me if the ground is going to dip or if there's a hole. I'm still not seeing anything. No dumping, not a single bottle, not a single piece of trash. Just great big items. I'm going to walk back to where I left my backpack. I think I'm going to drive over to the neighbor next door and ask him if he knows where it is. And maybe he can show me, because it's in between. It's not on his property, it's on this property. Somewhere. So I'll get back to you. It won't be long and we will have raspberries and black raspberries. These are all really new. They got a ways to go. Yum. No snack today. Well, I'm back to my home base of the exploration. So when you're looking for a dump, it takes a lot of walking and searching in all kinds of weather. It's like supposed to get up to 85 today. But I do have quite a bit of shade, so it's not quite that hot. But it is muggy out. But you got to be patient, you know. It takes a long time to find a dump. And then when you find it, it may not be that good. So, I'm going to inspect this rock wall all the way back to the farm. And might visit with the horses on the way. Still following the rock pile along the pasture. Don't see, you know, some old wood fencing, but that's it. I mean, really old, but nothing else. It's been here for a while. It's got moss growing on it. Still going. And we got some beautiful horses there. Flies are getting bad with all this heat. They start biting because there's not enough water. Hello? Hello? Aren't you a pretty baby? Yeah. Okay, let's make our way back to the car. Hello. Says, no, I'm running the other way. I bet they don't like the groundhogs. You don't need a horse stepping in a groundhog hole. That's what he is. Hello. You are a youngster. Yeah, you is a young one. Well, I'm on the other side of the farm. Here's a swampy pond, but I don't see any dump over here either on the edge. But this would be considered wasteland.